So, concept, 11th anniversary. After 10th anniversary, I thought, you know what, we'll just. I would want to make a anniversary myself. I did the worldwide, which I thought would be cool, but it does seem that they had a budget increase, but that'd be too much for them to do just for one celebration and have to like top that 12 months later as the quote unquote second anniversary of a year, which we're about to get in about less than a month. This one I thought, you know what, we need a good theme. So I thought, hey, 9th anniversary, let's play a Space Gohan's for the appearance. And then 6th anniversary, standalone theme by Goku. So the theme would be father and son fighters at heart, 11th Anni. And now, the 7-day countdown, Bonds of Blood. 2 freely characters released, a Kid Gohan and a base Goku. You will have to max them out, complete countdown missions, and use them. From these missions, you will obtain tickets that can be used for Part 1 banners. You will be able to obtain 11th Anni coins. The meat event and skill orbs, released from multiple categories, the normal things. Every day, 11 stones will be given out as a long list for a total of 77. They would easy a AGL Kid Gohan and a countdown wallpaper that would be obtained if you log in all 7 days. And you'll never get it again. Because I like having exclusive stuff for like players. Because if everybody's able to get everything, like say you're a new player and you're able to get like stuff from like way back then, like that's just gonna make us the old players kind of feel, what's the word? Not shafted. Make us feel like not as important because we've been supporting the game for so long. We should have exclusive stuff for us, while they can get all this new stuff. So that's my opinion, and that'll be 7-day countdown for ECA, Joki Gohan, and wallpaper. Part 1. Couple characters, Orb Event, Over Dragon Balls, the first set, new and battle stages, like where you get the skill orbs and everything. It would ECA Tech Super Saiyan Hunt, and Tech Super Saiyan Goku, Flash, and 2 Gohan. The one that's doing like the which is, I believe, is the first in original, I believe. And then 3 new red zones. One where it pages Goku in a different form. Page will release every day or 2. Max of 7 max of 7 stages. One where every page is Gohan in a different form, plus age. The stage will release every day or 2, max of 2 stages, and one where you will fight all the enemies who fought Gohan. Because we already have basically this for Goku, which we got in the 10th Anni. Up to 10 stages, obviously, because he fights a lot more than you would think. And then a super easy A text and Goku. One of the quote-unquote god leads from back then. Welcome card is a tag switch. Super Saiyan Goku / Super Saiyan 2 Gohan will be viable, obviously. Not like TN, the Prime Battle TN that just, or he's gonna ECA soon. That's like what, day or 2. And then more smaller stuff, like missions there. And here we go. Colors are Ima Goku and Beast Gohan. It'd be a SDR Ima Goku. He'd be UI signed, but you can go to anyway anytime you want to. You'll see later. When in UI sign, this character guarantees dodges it should just say guaranteed dodges every attack, but cannot attack. He cancels dodge canceling, but only for himself. So basically, he has the attack you already domain. It's only for himself. It does not affect any other character. It can transform into Master UI whenever and will open a domain. This will introduce the new mechanic, Domain Dominant, or Domain, I don't know, Force. Domains will now have a strength level, which they should have did this. They should did this in the beginning, because it makes domains like a lot more enjoyable. Because if you just have a domain that's like simple, it's like, okay, now this domain's gone. But this actually puts some strategy behind it. They'll have a domain level. If two domains clash, whichever domain is strongest will succeed, and the weaker domain will fail and won't be able to open domain with that specific character for the rest of the battle. So basically, like JJK, I took majority inspiration from that because it's cool. It's something that they interested Dokkan when JJK was getting when it was very popular. So why not just do this, capitalize on this, and then just make bank and put something cool in the game that people would like to actually use their brains for. You will be able to upgrade your domain, but it costs a lot of zenny and resources. Like a different version of skill orbs called domain expansion orbs. They can call it like domain orbs. Max level would be level 10 or wherever they want to, but that's max level. Each level upgrades abilities like dodge chance, crit chance, attack and defense, and even how long a domain lasts. Free-to-play character domains will always be level 1, as when you attain them, they'll always be level 1. But any summonable character whose domain will depend on the dev's balancing skills. So let's say you get him, his domain might be a level 6 or 7. And let's say there's a different. Let's say a Jiren was here, his would be level 9 or something. It just depends on how well they want to balance him. And then the other character would be a Intelligence Ultimate Gohan into Beast Gohan. This character will have a new ability called Condensed Domain. Only affects himself. Gohan will give himself 90% damage reduction and guard. Will also be immune to damage domain effect. This domain will only appear when he is actively in use. So it's like, say you have your 3 characters at the bottom, and you move your Gohan to the last slot. You use your orbs with him, and as you go into use your Gohan, the area around you will automatically change to his domain, and then once he's done attacking or not attacking, once it goes to the next rotation, that domain in the background will just become a regular background. So it only appears when he is active in the field, when he is in use. It can overlap with a regular domain, aka you can have a normal domain and a condensed domain active at the same time, but it will only affect himself with a buff. So it's not like a regular domain, it's only for himself. Meaning no other unit will get his buff effect. This domain will only last until you activate Special Beam Cannon. This character will charge a Special Beam Cannon as soon as he enters battle, and his attack will greatly increase per key obtained. Until you activate Special Beam Cannon, charges like the 11th Anni, which we'll get to that later. We have this. This is the STR Goku. I posted this on Reddit, I believe, to see how people would react, and they said it was good. They remind them of the. Some of them might try to go for the red Maybe like Goku from Legends. It's a water. Hydrate. Okay, your skill. Transformation boost. The last character we had for transformation boost was, I believe it was Daima Super Saiyan Goku, but he's really only a dodge die character, so he'd be good for this. For fighters, we need a new one of those. Well, we have like Tao, but he's restricted. So we can have one of these, and a new category called AKA Unshakable Will. So more like Interested Will, but it's like when Goku or Vegeta or whoever is like down and they get back up. So, for example, um, for example, when Jiren blasts Vegeta and calls him arrogant and whatever after his final flash, Vegeta gets back up and says, "You think I'm arrogant? That's damn right." He gets back up because that's his unshakable will, and then wait, no, that was before he did the final flash. Because then he tells Jiren that he's gonna do the final flash and he better not block it, or whatever. So, Shiba will. Basically, if they get back up, they keep on fighting. Basically, when Goku got, like, overpowered by Jiren for a second, and then he got down and he got back up to fight against Jiren, that's his unshakable will. Plus an additional 50% attack, defense, and HP to the Kamehameha or Bond of Parent Child. His 12 key cannot attack, 18 key cannot attack. Cancels dodge canceling effect. For only this character cannot be cancelled. Dodges all attacks, immune to locking effect. So basically, he's basically just Pet Khalifa. Active skill, awakening to a new level. Increase a domain. Level 10. Vast void of unimaginable power. Domain gives all allies 26% defense and a 5% chance dodge. Does not apply to self, and cancels dodge canceling effect. And that lasts full load? Whenever. Believe I don't think I put a turn limit. Nope, I don't believe I did. But this is basically, if you have other domains and you're running, let's say you're running 2 of these guys, and you have like, let's say you have 9th Anniversary Gogeta or whatever. No, let's say you have, who's a super character that has a domain? Let's say you have the tech version of Goku, and you do his domain. You can wait after his domain or before his domain. Supposed to be after, because you won't be able to do his domain with this guy's domain is active, because it's for the rest of battle. If you do his domain, you can as soon as that one ends, you can just pop this one, and it's there for the rest of battle. The basic conditions can be activated on this character's entry turn. So it's turn 1, just like Tech Broly, he transforms. And then when you're aimed by Goku, he greatly raises his attack defense for 3 turns, causes colossal damage to enemy. 18 key greatly raises attack and causes mega colossal damage to enemy, so he's stacking his 18 key damage. And then he raises all allies' attack by 25% for 1 turn. And when domain is activated, gives self 80% chance to dodge, and 70% chance. Gives self 80% chance to dodge, 70% damage reduction. The baseline, he has 80% dodge and 70% damage reduction. He counters all attacks with explosive power. He gives himself 5 key, 450% attack and defense. He guards all attacks. He has a crit chance plus 15% per superclass ally on the team. So let's say 15, 30, 45, 60, and 75. He almost has a 100% chance of crit. If all eyes on the team are superclass plus 10% dodge chance. So that means he's giving himself 90% chance to dodge, 70% damage reduction, guards. Recovers 6% HP when you transform. He receives 3 ki per type keys retained. He supports Universal Saga, category allies, 2 ki and tech defense, plus 35%, plus an additional 15% attack defense to all characters that belong to Goku family category. So basically 50% Goku family from TOP. You know, let's just stagger it because we don't want, you know, TOP to be too good. Man, who am I kidding? They need the help because of SDR pushing Blue Vegeta. He gives himself 25% attack within the turn. Every attack countered. It's basically the 10th anniversary Tech Vegito, but I believe with a higher stat boost I gave him. Foresees enemies super attack within the turn. Launches 2 additional attacks that each has a high chance to become a super. So he can get up to, I believe I gave him, he can get 3 of these, 1 of these, 3 of these, so 4 attacks, 4 supers at max, well 5 with potential, and 111% attack if this character is in slot 1. So I basically made him dodging Vegito with damage reduction and guard, but he will not have like well, he'll have the damage, but he doesn't have like the target mechanic, which dominates a lot, a good amount. He does have this right here, which makes him like best like useful character in the game besides like Kalifa, because he can preempt thing. He will just dominate. That's basically all I gave him. Now let's go to go. This one is a handful. Okay, we're gonna start up here. A condensed domain is stronger than a regular domain, but it will only last half as long as a regular domain. Basically, it's stronger, but it lasts shorter time. For example, a normal domain lasts for 5 turns. Well, let's just say it lasts for 5 turns. A normal domain. But a condensed domain will last for 3 turns. If a normal domain is active as you activate a condensed domain, then your turns will be cut down to 1 turn due to enemies' longer normal domain. So basically, since his domain is bigger, but you're just stronger, you still get a turn, but it's just his is just a lot bigger, but you're just stronger, so you at least get something. Enemies longer normal domain. There is a big enough level strength difference between yourself and normal domain slash condensed domain. Then whoever domain is the weakest will automatically shatter on activation, making you or your enemy unable to open another domain with that character. Basically, if you got Goku, let's say his domain and you have Beast Dokkan, let's say what Goku's was level 10 and then this Gohan's was like level 1. Since that's like opposite of each other, this Goku's domain will overpower this Gohan's condensed domain. It will shatter it instantly, unable for him to activate it again. Okay, here's skill. Protecting Heroes, Battle of Fate, or new category, aka Majestic Aura. Basically, any god form, any Super Saiyan form, no Kaioken, because Kaioken is like just brute strength or whatever. So any Super Saiyan, yeah, Super Saiyan, so any Broly Super Saiyan forms, Um, any god forms, you like Goku form, beats Gohan. Any aura that's just like majestic, I guess. Who else that has it? Frieza's aura is like a reddish, so that wouldn't be on top of it because majestic just means looks nice, I guess. And Frieza's evil, so his aura will nice. I mean, okay, if it's his golden aura, then that would be on here. But if it's just his regular aura, no. So the only exception would be, yeah, the only exception would be Golden Frieza and maybe Beerus, because majestic. He's a god. His aura should look majestic. Rose would be on here too, with his Rose aura, but Mertz Zamasu would not be on here because his aura is like corrupted and it's not majestic. And then 50% attack defense fee for one Master Disciple or movie heroes. He raises his attack defense 4 turns and puts colossal damage to him. Greatly reduces his attack and defense. 18 key, massively raises his attack and defense 3 turns, plus mega colossal damage. Great chance to stun the enemy. So basically just utility, raises all this kind of stuff. Aston. Guards all attacks. Baseline 75% damage reduction. All allies on the team are super fast. 10% damage reductions. 85% damage. All hitters on the team are super fast. Counters all attacks with ferocious power. So he does that little kick thing. Gives himself 4 key and 450% attack and defense. Guaranteed crit if there is a bond of child every ally on the team. So he basically has guaranteed crit all the time. He receives 3 key per attack. Majestic aura, every ally is 2 key, and attack defense plus 35%, plus an additional 15% attack in defense to all characters that belong to Goku family category. So just Goku family. So that means if you're running both of them, they're basically getting 30% to regular characters. But if you're this Goku and you have this big Gohan beside it, he's basically giving him like 50% attack and defense. This guy's also supporting this Gohan. Let's 25% attack within the turn for every attack countered. It's basically the same thing as you like Goku receives enemy super attack within the turn. That's just baseline. Launches 2 additional attacks that each has a high chance to become a super. Basically just like Goku immune to locking effect and 111% attack with this character. So I basically just carried some stuff over for Goku because you want these guys to be like at the same level, but you don't want them to be too high from each other, or they just get to get like these 10th anniversary, which is fine and all because he was dominant, he was good. It was just his tanking ability was the best. His damage was okay, and then. Activate skill, Light of Inevitable. Bleh. Mouthful. Light Inevitable of Death. I think I put something else right here because I think that's 2 spaces right there. I think I technically put Light Inevitable of Certain Deaths, or something about Inevitable Deaths, I forget. Try to say Condensed Domain. Be activated even if there's no domain already activated. Level 10. Penetrating space Rippling Arrow. Lasts for 4 turns. This domain all enemies attacks towards this character 4 turns. 20% per attack receiving. Initial beam cannon will be used at any time while the domain can be used. at any time when the domain is active. As in, like, whenever he's, like, in turn, not when, like, he's on a different turn. 20% attack when launching active attack, plus 20% defense for 4 turns. Basically, he'd have a couple million defense, plus this too, he'd be about probably what 7-8 million defense. So you bring him in, you would want to use this whenever, and this right here and this right here stack. So really, he's getting himself 45% attack. He's getting himself 45% attack. After he gets hit in that turn. After that, he loses whatever this would be added onto this. So let's say you get hit 2 times, it'd be 20 plus 5, 45. You hit another time, that'll be 90. But that turn, he keeps the 40 and loses the 25. But this stays with him, this does not. It's just a temporary boost for that turn. But so then, when he comes around on his second turn, you would want to put him in his third slot, have them attack him. Because this lasts for 4 turns. You get 2 turns of basically the target mechanic, and then you can launch. You can launch this when he's in slot 3 or whatever, and then basically one shot the enemy, do a ton of damage, 300% attack, and he gets this massive defense. On the active condition can be activated on this character's entry turn. My English, I'm tired. So I basically just want to keep them the same. I feel like this was a decent job, keeping them the same. Not like give them too much, and like give them the new, quote unquote, new fight mechanic, but it's just the same thing, but just different effects and a different type of domain. So then, full power of royalty. Part 2 character. Overvent, obviously. Second set for the Dragon Balls. New Annie battle stages, obviously. Easy 8, Ent Vegeta and Trunks, and EGO transforming base Trunks. The Dokkan Fest one, that was trash, even when it came out. And this is the Tanabata LR. Which they need it, and he needs it. Make him good. There's like no way to really mess these guys up. More stages. So where you fight every Vegeta in different form, Trunks in different form, age, like all the enemies who fought Trunks. And then you get Super East Gate, sort of Hope in Trunks. Then a worldwide Fuse Monster raid with rewards, basically Legends raids. More smaller stuff. You get a free copy of Vegeta and Trunks if you complete all 111 special missions. Each mission will give you 1 ticket for a total 111. Yeah, 1 ticket to 111. Missions will be beginner friendly. You can exchange the tickets for stones, a 1-to-1 exchange rate. If you don't want the free copy of Vegeta and Trunks, then get the free. Well, yeah, if you don't want, yeah, for stones, if you don't want them that, you can get the free copy at the end of free. And tag switch Vegeta and Trunks. I felt like if you look at here, it said part 1, part 2 character. They're the only character for part 2. There could have been a part 2 character I probably could have made, or like thought upon. It's just like, if this is a family type of deal, it's like they have Gohan and Goku, peak. And then I feel like this um this Gen Trunks, this is their peak, not TOP. Maybe God Vegeta time is family, so when Trunks was I could have made it to where God Vegeta um as a standalone LR, and then a sort of Hope Trunks as another LR, but I don't think that would work because I mean we already saw how that basically kind of worked out in that future worldwide celebration. So let's do this. With your skill, well first Vegeta would be deck is in your skill Future Saga, Gifted Warriors, or Category, Age of a Warrior race. So basically anytime Goku, Vegeta, or any Saiyan gets or Broly gets like angry, you get Super Saiyan or whatever. So basically, like when Goku first goes Super Saiyan, that would be on there. Gohan, it's just when he's just angry. And doesn't have to be like when they go Super Saiyan or whatever. If Goku is just like angry fighting somebody because they like Goku was mad when Gohan died in original Dragon Ball. That could be on there. It doesn't have to be like a Super Saiyan like transformation. And then Vegeta family, Child, same thing. Vegeta greatly raises attack and greatly raises defense for the turn. Causes colossal damage, so he attacks attack. 18 key. Massively raises attack and defense. Causes mere colossal damage and high chance to plus 100% defense for one jump. So this has that Broly, like the Broly effect onto this super. Massive 250% attacking. 80 throw attacks, 20% damage reduction for every attack Vegeta performs, up to 80. So if he attacks 4 times, you get permanent guard and 80% damage reduction, and 20% crit for attack performed to 80% too. 2 key, 3 keys for great chance to dodge for the 4 turn start battle. So you basically have the same chance to dodge, but for 4 turns. Gives all allies 8% defense, is immune to locking. 3 additional checks that each has a great chance to become super. But if you get all of them off, you have 5, which should be more than enough for the damage reduction. Crit chance. Gives himself 10% free attack evaded for the first 4 turns of start of battle. So basically, you just want to dodge. You just want to put this guy at slot 1, Ray, or slot 2. It won't be bad. Or just wherever there's a lot of characters to, like, wherever the enemy is, like, attacking a lot, just put him there. You would want to build this guy right dodge, dodge oriented. And then be activated on the 4th turn from start of battle, and switch into Trunks on the 4th turn from start of battle. He has his own active skill, just like the 10 LRs. Father Son Gallic Gun, plus 999% defense turn, 111% attack to active attack, plus 10% damage reduction, and guaranteed crit for the rest of battle. Unable to form Trunks after skill if activated. So you would have, so you've got all of his super attacks done with an 8% damage reduction, and then with the active you had 90% damage hard, and 8% chance of crit, and 4 allies with 88% defense. You just keep attacking and raising your attack greatly. And then if you decide to go Trunks, he raises his defense. His 12 key raises his defense, which is stacking, and causes colossal damage to enemy. 18 key massively raises defense and causes mega colossal damage to enemy. But he just stacking on both, but his 18 key is 100% stacking defense. He guards all attacks for first 10 turns. He has a great chance to dodge, 20% chance to dodge. This character is in spot 3. Launches 5 additional attacks. They each has a great chance to become super attack. He has 50% damage reduction, plus 250% attack and defense. Gives himself 8 key, immune to locking effect. Gives 88% attack to all allies, and 25% attack defense, 300% every time an attack is dodged. So you just wanna. So once you're in Vegeta, you just want to put this guy like slot 1 or 2, and then try slot 1, and then once you get your four stacks supers, you would want to switch over, or you stay in Vegeta a bit longer, and then you can go to Trunks for a couple turns. Put him in slot 3, and then you can build him up slowly, and then you can switch back over to Vegeta if you want to use his active, or you could stay in Trunks and you can use his active, which can be activated on the 4th turn from the start of battle. The active effect, Mafuba, seals enemy into jar, delays enemy's action for 1 turn. And then I want to give him something special. So, super rare chance, if no active has been activated in the first 12 turns, and if there is a Goku on the rotation, there's super rare chance, so it's not guaranteed if Goku's on rotation. It's just if Goku's on rotation, then it's a super rare chance. Goku will automatically launch a super powerful Kamehameha, the one that he did against Zamasu, when he destroyed his big fireball sunball. When activated, 700 plus 777% attack for that one attack. So basically, it's just a fun little gimmick to see if you could have it done, because it's super rare. Probably, if I wanted to put it to how rare it was, how rare would I say? I would probably say put it to the same rarity as not as rare as the Poi Poi for the 600 or LF Z power, but let's say it'd be a 0.001% chance, or it could be a 0.1% chance. I don't know. It's just what they decide to do. Just make it rare enough to where when people get it, it's just a nice surprise. And after that, it could make them a little bit better. I just threw this together, give them little gimmicks and stuff like that. For that, but like I said, you could just do a Silver Trunks, then a God Vegeta. But as just do this. This would be, I would feel like this would be nice. Give us a tag, Vegeta and Trunks like they have in Legends, and then 3 Universal Dawn. This is a 8th Anni LRs. 3rd set Purger Dragon Ball. Renewed Anni Battle Stage. First mode for both bars. They're Dokkan. More smaller stuff, extra stages to all red zone. Complete every mission. event missions and log in every day of the Annie, you will get a wallpaper with Beast Gohan and Inga Goku spawn, which could be a, which could be a, which could be like a wallpaper done by Totaro, since it's not really in manga or animated yet. Add a bunch of new missions to old red zones, boss rush, blue zone, and the export. The fun doesn't stop now. It would ECA LRN Super Saiyan for Goku, because he's able to be ECA'd next to you, which is kind of hard to believe. But then they secret ECA STRG Pan, because still like family wise, stuff like that. So I thought, why not? So ECA LRN Super Goku, I would really like to like whenever that does happen, that will be generational because he's very popular. Yes, and she'll be good because she has that damage reduction for that. Oh, so hope you like the video, subscribe, that kind of stuff. I really would like this. I am kind of like not happy how I like did this, but it's just like who knows what you do. Like you would do this guy and then like, a God Vegeta or something. I don't know, because like Trunks, sure, he has that like saying rage form or whatever, but that's not really hype. He doesn't have hype from this one. Founded Rose into the God Vegeta. I don't know. It's just good that God Vegeta and Trunks. But oh well, I feel like this would be better because a new tag character would be very cool, especially when they're like when they have like modern kids, unlike Kim Khalifa, which aren't even like they're good. It's just like not like anything crazy. But that's all. Following some fires at heart. So like, subscribe, do that kind of stuff, and then I might post another video. Because I've barely been posting videos, but I streamed Fear the Mimic, which I like doing that, but try to stream later on. I'll try to stream today for some. Dokkan's kind of dead right now. Legends is going through the worst Annie ever, and then yeah, nothing really to do. So I decided to record this. But anyways, like, subscribe, and hope y'all enjoyed. Bungar.